Kia ora, Canterbury, and welcome to Canterbury Live on Thursday, the 12th of November. I'm Andrea Allen, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Well, this could be your last day of work for the long weekend. Pretty cool, isn't it? Tomorrow's show day. Have you been down to the A&P show? It's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's great. The old petting there for the kids and that, and there's wonderful entertainment and music. If you haven't been down, well, you can go tomorrow. Rightio. Can you hear the music? Neil Young. Well, it's his birthday today, and it could be yours, so many happy returns. Neil Young is 71 today. Neil Percival Young, Canadian singer, songwriter and musician. He began performing in a group covering Shadows instrumentals in Canada in 1960. Later on, though, of course, we know him when he joined Crosby, Stills and Nash, no, I like Mash, but it's actually Nash, in 1969. Next up, Anne Hathaway. Doesn't she look beautiful? She's so much a starlet. 33 today. She was born in 1982. She's an American actress, singer and producer. Her portrayal, though, as Fantine in Les Mis earned her rave reviews. She received several awards. She recently became a mother, and if you didn't know, a little bit of trivia, the scene where she cuts her hair, that was a one take. They did it for real, and so that is quite dramatic, and probably those tears were actually quite true, weren't they, really? And last but not least, Ryan Gosling, 35 today. Always a little bit lovely in that suit, just quietly. He started in the Mickey Mouse Club with Justin Timberlake. He is a very accomplished musician. He has had many films. Probably my favourite, though, is The Notebook. So beautiful. And my favourite line from that movie of his is, "I want all of you, forever, you and me, every day." Isn't that a bit lovely? Imagine if Ryan Gosling said that to you across the pond, or just anyone. It's quite sweet, really. Okay, giveaways. Great movies at the moment, and especially the James Bond. Yes, you could head to there thanks to the Hoyts team. Lovely. Trust, just below it, Mike Bullen, the writer, and of course was a writer behind Cold Feet. And Tricky 22 by Janet Ivanovich. Great books for your reading. And the wonderful painting from Ira Mitchell-Kirk. It's a little bit lovely. For November, you've still got a few days left to enter. And to enter, really easy. You just need to call us on 379 7100 or go to our website, ctv.co.nz and competition page. Too easy, too easy. Coming up on today's show, though, Marion Smart joins me, and it's all about transforming your home. You may need a little bit of help from a professional. We are out on location with the technical manager at the Isaac Theatre Royal. Lenoir opens tonight. Fabulous. Going along tonight, so I can't wait. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. And West End Jewellers, Claire is here with a new range they have there. But first up, this Saturday we have the chairman here from Rickon Raceway, Jeff McCall. Fashion is a big part of the races on Saturday, and we shouldn't forget about our men. Ange Stoner and I are out at Northlands talking fashion for the chaps. Right, Ange, so we've had Tuesday, wonderful cup day, but it is all about fashion in the fields in Rickon.
Yes.
So the viewers are very lucky because they're getting a tip from the mistress herself, everything fashion, because you'll be there on Saturday.
Absolutely. I have to run the fashion in the field, so I've got to be there.
You've got to be there.
It's such a big event. It's our biggest event of the entire year.
Right. So chappies at home, take note, because Angie's going to give you advice how you potentially could win and take away the wonderful prizes. Let's start up with the mannequin here.
Yes.
Very sharp.
I mean, look at that. It's absolutely outstanding. You know, the blue with the charcoal, you know, really mod. And we've just teamed it up with a great black belt, some black shoes. And you don't forget about your headwear as well, guys. You know, you could pop a really gorgeous little fedora hat with that.
Wow, we've got a couple here, sweetheart.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's just really classically amazing. I love it.
Shoes, can we just touch on that?
Yeah.
We should not forget our shoes, and
exactly. I think guys really need to pay special attention to their shoes. The quality of the shoe is what's going to make all the difference. Make sure they're clean, they're in good condition, and they don't look like they've been worn for the last year or so.
Because wearing the shoes you go to work in,
Yeah.
you may just have to invest in a nice pair of shoes to
Yeah.
wear for that day.
Absolutely, just good quality leather.
Yeah.
Something that you know you're really comfortable in, but just good quality, not broken down and all over.
Oh yes, we don't like that.
Exactly. And,
detail,
you know,
detail.
Absolutely, and look at this, loving this fine check. So the fine check is really good for those those guys that might be slightly fuller as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. So the finer the body, the actual, you can go into the big cheeks, but for those who might have a big tummy, fine cheeks are really great because they make you appear smaller. And don't forget about your ties as well, guys. Your ties need to finish right on your belt, not above it and not below your belt. It's right on your belt line, on your waist.
See, take that tip with you this Saturday. My goodness, it's great tips. Bow ties.
Oh look, aren't they just amazing? You know, you could really sport a fun bow tie. Now, you don't have to be too matchy, guys. Bring in the colour and pop on your pants. You could have your black shoes and once again, great little hat.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Isn't it? It's fun. And also,
it's so much
they
fun.
can bring out your personality. Let's go back to this one here.
Yes, absolutely. This one here is like the three-piece suit as well. That's a little bit of fun. And
I'm just going to quietly drop down here.
Sure.
Ooh, look what I found.
Look at that. And pop on your bow tie there too, guys. And, you know, even a pocket square here. That's what this is for. This is for the pocket squares, okay?
It's not for a beverage.
And it's not for keys and cell phones, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Pop in the pocket square here.
And it's all over.
Amazing.
Yeah, okay.
I'm loving this look. You know, it's slightly a little bit more casual. And I'm just loving this really light denim
Isn't
jacket.
it beautiful?
Yeah, you know, when cut week's finished with, you can pop this on with a pair of jeans, guys, or some nice black pants, and it's very, very smart.
So what pants would you wear with a pale
I'd probably
jacket?
go for a nice pair of chinos, just that really nice stone colour. Just keep it light.
But you still, again, back to the footwear then, it still needs to match and look polished.
I think what you could do, if you could bring in some black shoes, or if you had a slightly different coloured shirt, I'd bring in some brown, some really good, beautiful brown leather shoes.
And who can, again, wear this colour?
Well, guys, be mindful, the lighter the colour, the larger one's going to look. But this is a slim fit jacket here at Farmers, and you know, it's really tailored with the one button as well. So this is for that body shape that is really cut.
Okay, rightio, some good advice there. And if we, you know, have a suit that we can't afford maybe to buy a suit, just change the shirt. There's so
Change the shirt, add the accessories, put the pocket square on, maybe a little bow tie or a gorgeous new tie. Just jazz it up and make sure everything's looking very sharp and
Let's
not
talk about the suit,
too worn
Ange,
out.
because there's a lot of guys out there that wear ill-fitted suits.
Absolutely, they don't have the right fit. So fit is imperative when it comes to wearing a suit, making sure that, you know, it finishes in the right part of your arm. You haven't got dad's suit on, thinking, you know, I'm just going to try and get away with it because it'll look oversized. So the finer the body, the more tailored the suit.
Okay.
The larger the body, this is when you go into the double-breasted or much more conservative and older type of look as well. So consider your age and consider your body.
And consider going this Saturday down to Fashion the Fields. Go down and see Ange and her team because she has a team with her.
Yes.
And you could be a lucky winner. Thanks, Ange, and all the best for Saturday.
Thank you.
Some great advice from Ange, and don't forget it's not too late to enter into Fashion in the Fields, and Ange is a wonderful, wonderful host for that. Now stay with us because after the break we do head to the theatre for Lenoir, and we're joined by Marion Smart, who is transforming our homes.
Welcome. I bid you welcome. Welcome home to the house of fun. Now I've come of age. Welcome to the house of
Well, there's no madness with Marion Smart, but your house can be fun though, can't it?
Absolutely, Andrea. Hi, how are you?
Good, good, good. And on a very busy week in Canterbury, so thanks for making the time.
That's okay.
Today, though, we're going to be talking about preparing your home for sale, which can be quite a daunting task for a lot of people, can't it?
Absolutely. Selling your house can be very stressful, and getting it ready can, you know, add to that stress. So, you know, it's great to have, if you've got someone else that can come in and help with that process.
Smart property transformations, there we go. So how do you go about it then, as far as if we're thinking about, you know, we love our home and we're wanting to move on, but how do we actually make that first step?
Yes, well, I can come in and give an initial complimentary consultation and work with you about, you know, perhaps who the target market is for selling, and give some advice and recommendations about perhaps what furniture should go and what are the best pieces of furniture, and also, you know, how the garden can look. and how you can improve the garden, improve the house generally.
Is there a fear that people don't want to spend too much though if they're trying to sell? Is that one of the little fears they have?
It is, that's true, and yet for less than $1,000 you can make such an amazing difference to your home by following some simple tips or from getting in my services and seeing the sort of transformations that I can do.
That's right, exactly, getting in the professional and so that you can save, but then again long term make more money potentially with the sale.
Absolutely, you will reap, I'm sure, your investment, your expenditure many times
investment.
over. Yes, investment, that's right.
So we've got some examples of transformations that you've undertaken. So we'll have a look at the first one. And this is looking at a garden that is looking quite overgrown, to be fair. Can I say that, Marion?
It is. Apparently they had a gardener here, but I don't quite know what he was doing.
With his glasses on.
Yeah, so we called in our gardener and he really cut it back a lot, cut back the dead areas. And you'll see in the next photo how much more space was created through doing that.
Wow.
That chair was existing, but we made it a feature. Added bark, really cut it back. So it became a very desirable, courtyard area, and there was a courtyard that just looked out to that, or a patio that looked out to that. So it really became quite attractive.
And then also you can picture paint yourself enjoying having your afternoon tipple.
Absolutely, and it's not in the photo, but yeah, there was table and chairs and colourful cushions, just to the where the photo was taken from, and it really became quite an inviting space.
Exactly, underutilised space that can be enjoyed by everyone.
Yes.
So what type of styling do you undertake for inside the home then? Because this is so important on the outside, but for inside.
Yeah, so this is a photo of a typical family home that I did some work with just prior to it being sold, and in the next photo you can just see the transformation from adding colour and slightly changing the layout, adding some decor items. So the big pieces there are the family's furniture themselves, and then I come in and add the colour and some of those stylish pieces. The colour's very important for the marketing photos. If you're looking at photographs in the press, it can look quite bland, so it is important to get some bright colours in there to attract the buyer.
It just pops, doesn't it? Red just adds something.
Yeah, orange can do the same. You might not normally have that if you're going to live in it, but for selling the house it's very important because you want to stand out from the pack.
Okay, and up next, of course, we've got a home office, I believe.
Yes, so again...
Which can be a dumping ground sometimes for people, can't it?
Office, that's right. This house had 2 bedrooms plus this one. So it was important to boost that sales price to really almost create a 3rd bedroom, but without going to a lot of expense. So that is the same room. That is the same room. A lot of people are very surprised by that. So we've made it a single bedroom. You've still got a desk that's very usable. We've added the art, so here you can see again the colour, you've got the greens and the oranges and the bright lime green, so really quite striking. So,
and you don't have to have a double bed in there. You can have a single bed.
Well, that's right. A family home, you're going to have children, or it's a guest room or a sleepover and that sort of thing. But they can still use the desk for kids studying at school. And
so, what was the end result for that client then?
That was amazing. That went to auction. Very fierce bidding at the auction.
We love that, fierce. That's a good word, Marion.
Fierce bidding. It was very fierce bidding. Both the real estate agent and the vendor, was very happy, and it really just shows you for investments of say less than $1,000, you can really, really boost your end sales price.
Once again, thanks so much, Marion. Great advice.
That's okay.
And remember to contact Marion. It's really easy. Fantastic website is smartpt.co.nz, but you can call Marion very graciously on her mobile 021 775 325 021 775 325. There we are. Radio. As promised, we were out at Isaac Theatre Royal. Linois opens this evening. We take you behind the scene.
Hello, I'm Matt Mart. I'm the technical manager of the Isaac Theatre Royal, and in this role I'm looking after all technical aspects of the theatre, make sure that all productions get everything they need.
Linois this week is opening, and it is a huge production, and behind us we can see all the rigging that's going on. Talk us through your role as technical manager, how you manage the setup.
I get paperwork from the production from Lenoir, and I have to basically make it work here in the theatre. So I have to prepare everything. As you can see, we have trussing there, so I have to make sure that all the truss is in the right place. We had to put some extra points in because there's some of the acrobatic acts, they need stronger structure than we actually have here in the theatre. So we had to add a little bit, and we have a trap in the stage, so we have a hole that we're going to make in the stage later on. So there's a few preparations we had to do. We had to get an engineer to sign things off because people's life is involved, so always we have to make sure that everybody is safe who's working here.
The safety, of course, is paramount, but
Yes.
also to the preservation of this beautiful building.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Yeah, they wanted to put the Wheel of Death, they call it, actually into the auditorium, but we can't do that because of the precious plaster work we have here that has just been restored. So we can't have any holes or anything like this in there. So that's why we had to move it onto stage, which had several other challenges.
One challenge is that you have a crew that come with the production,
Yes.
and you have to manage them. You must have the patience of a saint.
Well, you have to stay focused, and you have to stay calm, and never lose your aim. You know, you always have to make sure that the show happens at the time. So yeah, that's important, I would say.
But Lenoir is a special production, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
and
a circus production.
And the first of its kind here at the Isaac Theatre Royal.
No, we had some circus productions in the old theatre, not of this scale though. The productions we had in here were much smaller, yeah.
But the first time, of course, with the newly reopened
Yes, yeah.
theatre.
And this scale, it's very high class. All the performers, the artists coming here, they work for Cirque du Soleil. So it's high profile, definitely, yeah.
Do you feel that pressure on your shoulders, Matt?
Yeah, I would say I had some sleepless nights. And until we actually up and running with the show, I always have to be on my toes. I have to make sure, you know, that nothing is left behind, or that we have everything in place that needs to be.
No spare bolts lying around.
No.
You've seen some of the performance of the production.
Yes, yeah, I've seen some in Auckland.
Tell us who should come along to the Isaac Theatre Royal to see this incredible feast, visual feast.
I think it would suit most people. It's probably not much for very young children because some of the things are a little bit scary. But yeah, I would say it suits lots of age groups, I would say, definitely.
So for actors, they say break a leg. What do you say in the technical world for good luck when you're putting together a production?
I always say the same, break a leg.
Well, let's hope he doesn't break a leg or any of his crew, but it's all up and running. It is happening tonight, opening night, and there is still tickets to attend. The season goes right through till Tuesday the 17th of November. Tickets can be purchased through ticketek.co.nz. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. We're going along tonight. I can't wait. Radio after the break, Claire is here from West End Jewellers.
Shaking on a string, you make me feel like dancing. Wanna dance?
Love it when Claire comes in from West End Jewellers. How are you, Claire?
Good. How
You're
are
ready
you?
for the races on Saturday?
Very ready. Spray tanned.
Oh, good on you. Actually, saying that, you look very natural.
Oh, thank you.
Unlike a couple of Oompa Loompas I saw yesterday, just quietly, but anyway, I won't go there. Righty-ho, Endless. You've been promising to bring in this amazing new
Yeah.
range. Let's have a look. So Endless, How did it evolve?
So it's actually a really new brand. It's only been in New Zealand. We were the first people to get it in August, so it's very, very new. It's about 2 years old. It's created by Jesper Nielsen, who is an incredible Danish designer. I'm reading his book currently, and he is truly, truly inspiring. I just can't get over how sort of innovative he is with everything that he does. But this is his new baby. It's also his legacy that he's leaving to his famamy. So I think that's quite amazing.
But he's only 40s,
Yeah,
early
like
50s, though, isn't he?
late
Yeah.
40s,
So
yeah.
he's around for a little while.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the range here, we've got the gorgeous J-Lo that's obviously lent her face
Yes. So
or
she-
wrist
Well, yeah.
to the collection.
She has actually designed her own range within the collection as well. So it is personally designed by her. So hers are a bit more sort of glitz and glam.
Oh, that's a bit of J-Lo, isn't it, really?
It is,
the old
yeah.
gold.
But yeah, so she's the face of the product, and as I say, has designed her own range within the whole brand, which is really cool that she actually has a hand
I
in it and
know.
hasn't just put her face to it.
One thing that really stands out for me, Claire, is the whole charm bracelets never has appealed to me. Just not that look.
Yeah.
But these are amazing because we can change the actual bands.
Yeah, so it's
colours.
all interchangeable. I'm wearing one myself. It's super, super lightweight. The charms stay put. They don't rattle round and drive you crazy. Super easy to get on and off.
Look at that.
Those, so they wrap around and you
I've
just
got
play with
camera
them.
on your hands now, lovely.
But
No
yeah,
pressure.
so I mean,
Wow, look at that. So I don't know if I can hold it properly there. The detail is amazing, and another thing that's awesome is, and I suppose some of them do hang, but these are fixed.
Yes.
So not rattling around.
No, they are actually bringing out as well a silver bracelet version, but the
really?
charms again
Thank
are
you.
fixed. They're not. They won't rattle around and drop to the bottom. That's what a lot of people complain about on charm bracelets.
Yeah,
The charms
exactly.
drop to the bottom.
And the weight.
Yeah, exactly.
Claire.
They get so heavy, so heavy. I don't know how you can carry one of these around. But with this is, as I say, I wear this every day, not for any strenuous activities, but it's super easy to get on and off, and as you can see, it just clicks back
And it
in
has
and
your
away you go.
personality. I think if Hayden can get some nice shots of the red, black and white that we've got there. The wonderful thing about them is that you can actually put your personality into it, and especially
Absolutely.
for family members, your loved
Yeah.
ones that buy the charms, for every other special occasion or just because.
Yeah, well, they talk about with jewellery being able to tell a story, and that's what a charm bracelet does, is it tells a story, not necessarily in the traditional sense where it's I've been to this country and this country and this country, but it's the wee gift box that represents a birthday, or the wee heart that represents a loved one, or whatever. It actually tells a story for the person to wear on their wrist.
I know, and you've come at the perfect time because Christmas frightening.
Yes, I know.
Just next
Terrifying.
month is we still have time because the pieces, the actual charms come from Australia, is that right?
Yes, so there's a factory in Australia that we get them all from. There's over 600 of them. So
Oh, you won't run
it's
out.
just a few to choose from. The bracelets come in 14 different colours, and then you've got the J-Lo range as well. So it's really, really versatile for most people. I haven't had anybody not love them yet. So
Okay, so if we're introducing this to a young one, to a loved one, is there a starting point? Where do we enter into the endless range?
So they offer us a starter bracelet pack, so you can choose a single or a double wrap bracelet and a charm up to the value of $50, the total value being $150, but they'll do it
so
for
affordable.
$109. So you essentially get the bracelet at $100 and then the charm for $9.
No.
So it's awesome.
And I believe you've got a special giveaway,
Yes.
and very generous,
Yeah.
from Western Jewellers.
So we would like to give away a starter bracelet for somebody and their friend, so that we're going to give away 2 of them. We're going to do that through our Facebook page. So
That is amazing.
yeah, so that's, what is that, $218 value
Yeah.
that we're going to give away.
So we simply just go to your Facebook page.
Yes, and then just like our page and then tag a friend on the post. It'll all be there, crystal clear, ready to go, and we'll draw a winner on the 20th.
Too
That's
easy.
next Friday.
Okay, now Canterburyans are shocking for leaving even to the last minute. You can't leave it to the last minute to get the charms that you want.
No.
You need to get in and order them from West End.
Yeah, if we don't have one, as I say, there's over 600 of them. We don't have them all in store. If there's one that you want, we need to order it. So you need to give us at least 2 weeks to be able to order
come
it.
on,
to
I'm
get
sure
it
you can
here.
manage that. And so affordable.
So
affordable.
Yeah.
Remember, West End Jewellers are in Colombo Street. I know I always say it, but I'm going to say it again. Syden Bakery, pick up your savoury, look over the road, and there it is. It's easy, isn't it?
It is easy.
West End Jewellers in Sydenham. Have a fabulous day on Saturday.
Yes, I will. Oh, thank you.
You'll be wearing your endless on
I
your
will
wrist.
be rocking this.
You'll be rocking your endless. I'll be looking out for you. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. Tomorrow, though, we meet also another specialist in jewellery, a gem specialist from New York. Yes, very exciting. Looking forward to telling you all about Lenoir tomorrow. Have a fantastic Thursday. We'll do it all again tomorrow.
Sunshine and rain.